lot of friendships are going to be I can't say the word. They're dissolving. They should use that word instead. I don't know who I've got here. No good working with a dyslexic. Dissolving. And it will be gently moving away from each other. They're sort of saying that a lot of friendships, a lot of relationships where they said, the trouble is, and one of my guides is doing this, the trouble is, when you grow, when you are in a relationship or a friendship, when one person grows and the other person doesn't grow, what happens is then there's this disalignment, so it doesn't work, it doesn't flow. And then when the other person, they're saying, when the other person has grown so much, and then they can identify there is something either toxic in an individual or dysfunctional in the relationship they once had, they cannot remain in that relationship. That person no longer sees them as the other person wants to be seen. So it's like a mirror sort of shown to that individual. It's like, okay, this is how we used to get on. And when I look at our relationship, maybe not your particular relationship, but when you look at the relationship that you were in, that person could have actually, I was talking to somebody the other day, a client, that the mirror could have like attracted like a magnet to them to see something in the other person they needed to see. But when they're at the same position or when they're at the same place and how they feel the same, they're feeling very similar, they're not going to see what's wrong until the other one individually starts changing. When the other person starts changing, they'll feel the discomfort. It's almost as if instead of being magnetized, it's the opposite, like the magnet is now repulsing, is pushing them away because it no longer feels comfortable. It's no longer in sync. They're not flowing because the other person has grown now. So it's almost as if to say, when this person, the friend or the partnership, now starts seeing this person very differently, they're like, what's happened to this individual? Why are they talking to me this way? Why are they treating this way? Why is it not working anymore? And it's literally, there's been growth in one of the other, and it's sort of now it's this person is now actually showing the other person, this is what growth looks like. This is what growth looks like. So this person here that's growing, that's had that conscious awareness of change within them, is actually now showing the other person, the other friend, and the friend is like, I don't feel comfortable with it anymore. Or the other vice versa, it's the other way around. Do you know what I mean? So it's like now it's magnetized, it's sort of like, this does not feel right. But, okay, thank you. But what they've just said is, what happens is, you were both meant to be brought into each other's lives to show that. And because you've allowed each other to grow, and because it's been great growth and change, now you're showing the other person, no, I no longer want to be treated that way, or I can see how you are, but you've actually shown me how strong I am now and how much I care about myself. I no longer wish to be treated in that way. Thank you very much for coming into my life to show me this, but now I shall move on unless that you want to do the work. And some people can't see that they need work doing on them. So it's funny, I think they just, souls are brought together. Oh gosh, I like that. So try this with your hands. Everyone, just bring your hands together and just gently, just try and get close as you can. Just gently allow them to vibrate. Come away, allow it to vibrate. That's it, just feel it and bring it closer again. Now okay, thank you, they just said this. Okay, that's interesting. Whoever is, I don't know, if we look at partnerships or friendships, bring that to the hand, whoever they could be, have their name in your head and bring it to the hand, whoever they are. Could be your left or right hand, it's entirely up to you. Okay, thank you. For me, my right hand dominated, so that's me, so I'm here. And I feel quite strong in how I'm feeling. And then just gently now think of the other person. My gosh, the feeling's quite weird. And just feel if there's any sensation. Some of you might feel it, some of you might not. My hand is sort of tingling. And like this, my left hand is this person I'm thinking of. It feels quite cold all of a sudden. You may or may not experience it. It just depends on what's going on in your life. And you just allow it just to push. And you just allow it. And it's like, do you want them in your lives? And see if you can actually get them close and see how it feels. For me, it's quite difficult, but I don't know how it feels for you individually. If I think of it like that, it feels quite uncomfortable. I feel quite sick thinking of that individual, but it might be different for each and every one of you. And then just gently vibrate, come away, and just see. Okay, thank you. They said do this because it's literally the other person is a mirror of what once was inside you. Okay, thank you. A reflection of something that needed healing. Oh, I love that. So something in the other person at some point internally within you, there was some wound that needed healing, and that's why the individual had to come into your life. Okay, thank you. They show me like a splinter, like a shard of glass. There was something that needed healing internally within you, but you needed that other person to come into your life, and by you consciously doing the work upon yourself, you've healed. And then once you've healed, if they then want to hang around, or if you want them in your life, it actually might heal them too. But it's not your job to heal them, it's the experience. So then they move away, and they might find a mirror of somebody, a mirror of something that's going on in their life, somebody else. But you are now complete, so it doesn't make sense to stay in that relationship or friendship, because it's been healed now. And that's why your soul met them at that given time. That's why they were part of your life. And it might mean that individual, you might have a different type of relationship, of friendship with them now as you move forward. Or it might mean they just did this, or they might just move away for a while just so that they go off and heal themselves. And this is the thing, we know like listening to our intuition is going to guide us. Okay, thank you. They just said, how silly. Humans don't listen to their intuition, sorry. How silly, that's what you've been given, is your intuition, so that when you work with your intuition, that will guide you. You'll feel into that. You'll know what feels right or wrong. Some people's intuition, depending on how much they use it, could feel quite sick, or a real strong gut feeling, something doesn't feel right. Or thank you, or they're saying intuition and psychic abilities, that you're hearing information just from your higher self or from your guides. So when you're having those moments, it's really to tap in. They just said tapping into your universe. Tap in, ask them the question, what shall I do? What do you think? So that, you know, your guides, your team, you know, who've come forward with you in this journey, you're not alone. You know, you have your whole team there that's been waiting by your side for you to come in. So your soul will have that support. So by using your guides, they just said, you just tap in. Just tap in, we're here, we'll answer, and through your intuition and your psychic abilities that you all have, we will communicate with you, they said. So yes, if you don't tap in a way, and that sounds, I'm not going to say exactly what they said, but they just said you deserve everything you get if you don't listen to your intuition. That's not very nice. but as we know, spiritual teachers have not had a human experience. It's easier for them to say than for us. Thank you very much for sharing. Thank you.